Alan Shearer has made his stance clear on Liverpool's striking dilemma. Hugo Ekitike's red-hot form means Arne Slot simply can't afford to drop him. Even with Alexander Isak pushing for more minutes, Alan Shearer reckons Arne Slot cannot afford to drop Hugo Ekitike right now. That is despite Liverpool boasting another world-class striker in Alexander Isak, who is still waiting for his maiden Premier League start. Both forwards joined the Reds for hefty fees during the summer transfer window, yet they haven't shared the pitch simultaneously. Isak was thrown straight into the 11 to face Atletico Madrid in midweek before Ekitike returned to the starting lineup and scored for the 2-1 win over Everton on Saturday. Questions remain over Slot's tactical blueprint and how frequently the pair will feature together, but Shearer insists Ekitike has earned his place in the starting 11. "It's not a bad option, is it?" Shearer said on NBC Sports. Having said that, at the minute, there's no way if I was Ekitike, there's no way I'd be thinking I deserve to be left out this side with the form that I'm in, the goals that I'm scoring. He can't leave him out. He has to play him. So Isak will have to be patient. He's not 100% fit yet, which he'll be working on. But they've got so many options, not only with those two, but in wide positions as well. If things are working, fine. If it's not, then at least he's got the players to chuck on and try and change it. Good problems to have if you call them problems. Federico Chiesa failed to secure a spot on the substitutes bench as Liverpool went up against Everton at the weekend. Promising youngster Rio Ngumoha was given the nod ahead of the Italian, although he remained an unused substitute. Ekitike delivered another commanding display and finished clinically after being set up brilliantly by Ryan Gravenberch's pinpoint pass. Shearer, however, was less impressed with Liverpool's left-back Milos Kerkez. Despite a solid performance against Everton, the Newcastle legend remained unimpressed. "At the minute, we're not seeing the same player in Kerkez as we saw with Bournemouth," he said. "He was free-flowing. He had the license to go and roam and get forward. Here, to me, it seems as if he's caught in two minds, whether he's going to go, whether he's going to stay, and help protect that with Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate." Liverpool are set to face Southampton in the League Cup next, with Slot expected to make significant changes to his starting 11. Isak could see more game time as he continues to regain his match fitness. After a summer-long saga, Alexander Isak is finally at Liverpool, but will he hit the ground running? Or is this transfer drama just getting started? Alexis Mac Allister admits he and his Liverpool colleagues were fed up with the Alexander Isak transfer saga before his high-profile move. The Swedish striker was caught in a summer-long tug-of-war with Newcastle United, having expressed his wish to join the Premier League champions. However, he had to wait until deadline day to put pen to paper after the Reds and their top-tier competitors finally agreed on a British record £125 million deal. Isak was made to train separately from the Magpies' first team during their preparations for the Premier League season, and as a result, arrived at Anfield lacking match fitness. He only made his debut during Wednesday's 3-2 victory over Atletico Madrid. The 25-year-old lasted just under an hour during the thrilling Champions League win over the Spanish club, leaving the pitch with the Reds leading 2-1 before they required a last-minute winner from skipper Virgil van Dijk to wrestle back the points in a 3-2 win. Arne Slot's squad have been the talk of the town after relying on a series of late goals to secure 3 points during the early stages of their title defence. Isak's signing was part of a spending spree on Merseyside, which was balanced out by a number of exits, including Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott, Ben Gannon-Doak, Tyler Morton, Jarell Quansah, and Koeman Kelleher. Despite the chatter about the financial investment at Anfield, Mac Allister has expressed his delight at having Isak on board and believes he will be a hit for the Reds. At the beginning it was a big thing, and after a while we got a bit tired because it was too long, Mac Allister shared with TNT Sports via the Liverpool Echo, taking a dig at the lengthy transfer process. But we all know the player he is. He is going to be really, really important, and we are happy to have him here. Mac Allister acknowledged how Newcastle wouldn't have liked how things played out, adding, "Maybe the other club are not happy, but that's the way football works. They paid quite a lot of money. So I think it's good for both clubs. It's good for him because it's what he wanted. We are so happy to have him, because we know the player that he is, and we suffered against him a couple of times as well. Liverpool take on Everton in the Merseyside derby on Saturday, 12:30 p.m, as they look to extend their lead at the summit in their Premier League title defence. The Toffees will be wanting to damage the Reds' title charge after a perfect start to the season, winning each of their opening 4 matches. However, it remains to be seen whether Isak will make his Premier League debut for Slot's side after having a broken pre-season. Liverpool have found a new trademark this season under Arne Slot, leaving it late. From Salah's last-minute penalties to Van Dijk's stoppage-time heroics, the Reds are perfect so far this season and sitting top of the Premier League and off to a flying start in Europe. In this month's edition of Blood Red, we dive deep into Liverpool's Champions League mission, the impact of Alexander Isak's record signing, and the tactical changes fueling these dramatic late wins. Let's break it down. The second edition of Blood Red, your new monthly fix from the Echo covering all you need to know about what's happening at Liverpool FC, is out now. Click here to purchase online today. This month, our focus is on Europe as Liverpool's Champions League campaign kicks off. The Reds will be looking to bring home European Cup number 7 this season. As well as a pull-out fixtures guide to the group phase, we profile every other club in the competition. There's also an interview with voice of Anfield, George Sefton, who looks back at his time at the club, while we review the big tactical talking points of the season's opening games. And we also preview the next month of action as the champions, boosted by the £125 million British transfer record arrival of cover star Alexander Isak, combine their bid to defend their Premier League crown with the start of their mission for Champions League glory. Our writers cover Arne Slot's side all season long, home, away and abroad, 7 days a week. And this special second edition of Blood Red is full of their in-depth features, analysis and comment. Liverpool have a perfect record in the early stages of the 2025/26 season, having shown impressive resilience. Arne Slot's side are top of the Premier League after 4 wins from 4, while their 3-2 victory over Atletico Madrid on Wednesday night ensured a positive start to their Champions League campaign. The Reds spent £450 million in the summer transfer window and have started their title defence with a new-look squad. Alexander Isak, a £125 million signing from Newcastle, made his debut against Atleti, while Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike have also featured after arriving in the summer. Despite all the change, Liverpool have continued on their merry way under Slot this season. Yet this season's wins have come in a different manner. That is because they have needed late goals to seal each and every one of their 5 victories this season. It started on the opening weekend when Federico Chiesa and Mohamed Salah turned a 2-2 draw with Bournemouth into a 4-2 win. The most dramatic of the lot came next, with teenager Rio Ngumoha scoring in the 100th minute to down Newcastle 3-2. Dominic Szoboszlai thundered in a long-range free kick in the 83rd minute against Arsenal to seal a 1-0 win before a 93rd minute Salah penalty saw off Burnley by the same scoreline. Not satisfied with doing it in the league, Virgil van Dijk then headed in a 92nd minute corner to see off an Atleti comeback. Late shows have become a staple for Liverpool this season, but that hasn't always been the case. In fact, they only scored 4 stoppage-time goals in 48 League and Champions League games last season, and 2 of those came in the same game at Brentford. They did score 13 goals after the 80-minute mark in the Premier League, but 4 teams managed more. Speaking in January after draws against Newcastle, Fulham, Manchester United and Nottingham Forest over a run of 7 games, Slot demanded his side deliver some late winners. One of the things I would like us to do better in the second half of the season than the first half, although it wasn't necessary that many times, is to make a late goal winner, Slot said before they faced Brentford. Hopefully we don't come to these situations a lot, but we definitely, if we are coming in those situations, have 1, 2 or 3 times a moment where we do score in the last minute of the game when we deserve it. They have now done just what he asked. Slot believes it is no fluke and credits his squad's fitness levels, concentration and determination for their streak of late winners. There will be games where we are 2-0 up after 6 minutes. Then we will score a third and won't need stoppage time to get a late winner. He said on Wednesday, there will also be games where we need 1 in the last minute and we won't get it. But our mentality is we will always push. It's also about how fit and how well prepared we are that we are able to push one more time. Their run of late goals is in keeping with Liverpool's history. The club now has 47 winners after the 90th minute in the Premier League, more than Arsenal on 34 and United on 33. Liverpool will try to add to their collection when they host Everton in the Merseyside derby on Saturday morning.